Throw all the records out the window. Robbery week, baby. NCAA, week 14. Football with a damn fishing. Take your records, crumble them up, throw them in the trash can. It's robbery week.
Robbery week.
Robbery week for, man.
This is one of the best times of the year.
It used to be.
My wife asked this morning, what you going to do today? I said, nothing.
It used to be.
What time the game start? 12 p.m. What time they end? 12 a.m.
Yeah.
All day long.
I was trying to say it on Thursday. Talking about football been on all day.
All day
From 12 to 12. 12 hours.
Shout out to Wilfred Haynes, my 7 of spring 1991, Crazy 8. He has been in town in Atlanta visiting his chapter brothers. But he's also in town to go to the Auburn and Alabama game. Good luck to your War Eagles today. We'll talk about that shortly. But Homeboy Fishing.
T. Willie on today.
Oh, T. Willie. All right. What's up, T. Willie? Happy Thanksgiving to you, buddy.
I seen the sun.
Do you remember back in the days, we was kids, man, we used to always have a Turkey Bowl classic?
Yeah. Hey, Tim, you remember the high-low? It was over.
But that's when Tim stopped playing that Turkey Bowl classic.
Yeah.
We used to come back and I don't see that too often, man, around.
Turkey Bowl
we
classic.
We used to get together as kids, man, and go on the field and play tackle football on Thanksgiving Day or the day before, man. And
big game.
That was so fun,
big
man.
game. Young boys versus old school. We always won.
Oh.
That you was old school. But I used to punish you.
Let me tell you. Now,
punish him. Punish.
It's funny how the story changes over years.
Punish.
And, people's ideal or the identity of themselves, really, elevates at that point in time. We're going to leave that alone.
Ask T. Willie.
But anyway, folks, this is the Football with a Dab and Fishing show. This is the college edition. This is Robbery Week. If you want to see the NFL show, go back and see it. We have some great things we talked about today, including the topic of the week, who's going to be the next black NFL Hall of Fame quarterback. But hey, the rundown for this show is this. We only got one additional thing outside of football now. That's high school football.
Yes,
Friday night. It's playoffs in Georgia, playoffs in Florida, playoffs in South Carolina. We're going to focus on 2 states. Georgia, where we currently in, and South Carolina, where we currently was from, where we've been. So, who do you like?
Look at here. Last night, Dorman. Now, these supposed to be like semifinal state games, but this is like blowouts. Dorman beat Gaffney 30-6. Why are you even in this, Gaffney?
Because they upset Burns.
Yeah, I mean, why? Make it a competition. And Carolina Forest got whooped 20-45 by Dutch Folk.
Shout out to Bernard Sumter.
So you know what that means?
A rematch.
Rematch. Dorman, Dutch Folk next week, South Carolina. You know what we rolling with. Fight. Fight for Dorman. Win. Never fail. We'll bust right through. We'll make a touchdown. Cavalry.
Fight. All for one. One for all. We'll block that kid. Take the ball. We'll fight for Dorman Cavaliers. You're going down next week, Dutch folk.
Yeah,
baby. Guys, last year, this is the year of the Cavalier.
Yeah, baby.
Let's get it going here,
Let's
folks.
get it going.
And that's the championship game in the 5A.
That's the championship game, 5A. Everybody else, it doesn't matter.
Last night, Georgia went down 2. This was the quarterfinals, and here we get into the semifinals. Here, a few scores here. Grayson had to go down to play the best team in the state, Lowndes County, and they lost 28-20. They played a very good game, though. They got the ball down to the 1-yard line in the last few seconds of the game, but could not score, and Lowndes walked away with a victory, 28-20. North Gwinnett, 11-1, went into 12-0 McKeachin's backyard last night and put that stick on them boys.
Yes, but did you see that running back they had?
32-13. They dominated them boys.
Did you see that running back they had?
He
Number
was
31. He was thick. Like Earl Campbell running down the road.
Whole thing like Robert Newhouse from the
Cowboys.
Yeah,
he was huge.
And then you had Dwayne Blacks, my wife's old school, Peach County, who normally dominates people. Well, last night they felt the sting because Cedar Grove was not playing. Cedar Grove had 2 pick sixes in this football game and rolled 36-3 over Peach County last night. And Marietta also hosted Mill Creek 10-2, 10-2. Didn't matter. Marietta put that stick down on them boys too.
Marietta got a
42-10. I think next week Marietta got to go to Parkview.
Yeah.
That should be a really good football game here in the state of in the Georgia.
Marietta got some big boys to wide receivers.
Those are our high school football scores. Hey, South Carolina got one more game, baby. Dorman get it again. Let's get it, folks. If you know the fight song, folks, sing it and teach the homeboy fishing.
We know you made it, Cedric. You don't have to say that every time.
And here we go.
I made it.
He ain't used to being on.
I made it.
Hey, we're gonna get into our Power Four, the real Power Four. Forget what those polls are saying, man. As a matter of fact, before we get into our Power Four, let's talk a little bit about that Ohio State LSU switch at number 1. What's your opinion on that? Because I got my own opinion. Do not read what I got on there, because that's my opinion. What do you got for your opinion? What do you
got my opinion on that?
Here's my opinion.
No, hold on. Let me give mine first, so you won't think I read out of yours. My opinion on that is, it's all about media and who they're playing at that present point in time. It's about advertising. It's about marketing. It's about how many commercials can they sell during that commercial break, and how much can they sell them for.
You're right.
All it's about.
It's money. It's about money. It's about matchups with money. Understand this, folks, too. My conspiracy theory, you know, everybody got one. Every black person got a conspiracy theory.
You ain't got nothing up there.
Yes, I do.
What?
This what it is. I don't have anything up there. You're right.
You gonna tell me? Yeah, you see what I'm talking about?
My whole thing, I think it's total BS. I personally think it is the committee's a way of securing the Buckeyes' place in the college football playoffs. Because even if they lose to Michigan today, they won't drop below 4, and they'll still be in the top 4. That's what they're doing. They want to make sure Ohio State gets a ticket to the college football playoffs, folks. Watch what's going on. Oh, by the way, I went and saw Queen and Slim last night. As you can expect, it's not a happy ending. Some nice controversial type things to go in there, and you'll see what I mean by controversial. But it was a good movie, black movie. Go out and support it, folks. Go out and support it. But here we go. Let's get into our Power 4 of the week.
Go ahead.
So
I got it.
You got a number?
I got it. I got my Power 4. I got my Power 4.
Talk to me.
You know what? To be the best, you got to beat the best. Clemson Tigers, listen right now, is a real dangerous team. No one wants to be number 1. You know why? You have to play Clemson. You're going to have to play Clemson at number 2. Because you got to play Clemson. You do not want to play the Clemson Tigers right now. My number 2 team, LSU, please put me back at number 1 because I don't want to play Clemson. Defense is weak. All right? Number 3, Ohio State. I want to be number 1. I don't want to play Clemson either. You got to tell Tess coming. Georgia Bulldogs, I'm just happy to be here. You know what? But, hey, they lost wide receiver this week in Cage. He's gone for the year during practice.
What happened to him?
He broke his ankles or something. He gone. Big loss for Georgia. You finally made my Power 4. But you know what I'm tell you something? Don't nobody want to play the Clemson Tigers.
I was about to say that, too, because my Power 4 are always in reverse order. My number 4 teams are those same Georgia Bulldogs you talked about. They are last at Texas A&M last week, but that offense did not look championship ready. And he lost another receiver? That's not good, Bulldogs. Not good. They need a win, of course, but it shouldn't be a problem against Georgia Tech. I was going to say stay healthy, but they can't stay healthy.
They can't stay healthy.
So they're going to need to be at the very best to play LSU in 2 weeks. I don't think they have the offense to keep up. But no, it's something we just talked about Dutch folk. Congratulations on getting your football team back to the high school playoffs in South Carolina.
But you know what?
5A.
Bernard.
But this year, talk to them.
Fight, fight, fight. Fight for Dorman. Win, win, win.
Going down.
Never fear. We'll block that kick and make that touchdown. Cavaliers. Fight, fight, fight.
You show that to your football team.
Yeah, you show
Y'all
that.
going down this year,
Yeah, you
buddy.
show that. That's our inspiration.
Number three. My number 3 team is it was Georgia, number 1. Number 3 team is the Ohio State Buckeyes, folks. Ohio State barely got by Penn State last week. And I think that personally that they're gonna make them boys earn their college football play.
They're gonna make them play against who? Them boys who carry that stick.
Who's the boys who carry the stick?
Clemson Tigers.
Clemson Tigers, some bad boy. I think they got a very dangerous team against Michigan. Michigan's gonna be really tough.
Yeah.
Number 2 is LSU. They are battle tested. The offense is a high scoring machine. Next up, Texas A&M that couldn't even outscore Georgia. No problem for them boys. They're already in the LSU is in the SEC championship. And number 1, Clemson. The one negative that everyone talks about Clemson is they haven't played anybody. But I just tell people, look at the talent on that roster from a team that won the championship last year. They are loaded, and they got the best defense out of the Power 4 right now in there right now.
They
So
slipped
just like you said, they don't want to play Clemson first round.
Nah, they put Clemson. I'm telling you, Trevor Lawrence will be the first quarterback to win 3 national titles.
Ooh. If he wins
3
this year, I see it coming.
Yeah, I see it.
If he wins this year, I see it coming.
You can't see what I see.
Hey, who was your most impressive team last week?
My most impressive team go out to the Arizona State Fighting Devils.
I got the same boys.
You know what? Herm Edwards, he told the lady, y'all wasn't expecting this, huh? Y'all come here just to cover a game. You expect to win. We here to play there. Very explosive offense. He just got to work on that defense. Look, he making changes out there out west. Big shout out to Herm Edwards.
Herm Edwards, we're going to talk about him a little bit more later. But he coached them boys up, man. That offense always plays good, but that defense held Oregon when it counted last week. They were my upset team. I mean, most impressive team of last week. Do you have an upset this week?
Yes, I do. Florida State will be bowl eligible this year. You heard it here. They want 21 prime time to be their head coach. Look here. Time to bring that swag back to FSU. Florida State over Florida, 21-20.
Oh,
you heard it here first.
You know what? I can see that happening. Florida is good,
like
not great.
They play like that.
My upset of the week, though, is that I like Oklahoma State over Oklahoma. This game is called Bedlam. It is wild and crazy. If it's anything like 2018, it was 48-47. In 2017, it was 62-52. So expect a good old-fashioned Big 12 shootout. I don't trust the Oklahoma's D, and I think they're going to let the Sooner Nation down. I like Oklahoma State winning for the first time since 2014. First time since 2014. Look. What we got here?
Go ahead, talk to him.
So, Cousin Cedric. If y'all don't know my cousin Cedric, he is Bro Man, the local fisherman.
Used to be.
He types like this. So he said he needed to stay to win 3.
Trevor Lawrence.
Yes, that's part of. That's how you win 3. You got to be there for 3 years.
But he only been there for how many years already?
This is second.
So next year will be his
third.
So he will be there for
3 years. And then after that, he's going to the NFL.
Come on.
First big game of the week. Number 3, 11-0, Clemson at 4-7, South Carolina. The Tigers are 20.5-point favorites in this football game. Homeboy Fishing.
I ain't even writing no notes for this. Look here. South Carolina Gamecocks. We know what's going to happen. Tavion Feaston, they know you. Team is much better. Blowout win. Clemson Tigers start pulling sticks out.
Yeah.
They win by 30 points.
Hey, South Carolina, shout out South Carolina, bro. But y'all better years are ahead of y'all, man. Clemson is just better every phase of the game, and especially at coaching. The 25-point spread is no accent. As a matter of fact, the Tigers will cover that.
They're going to beat them by about 30.
Clemson by 20.
We were upset tonight. No more. No more. I like my Gamecocks.
South Carolina has nothing,
They have nothing, man. They have nothing.
It's like Clemson and South Carolina right now. It's like when you were a kid, and I used to spot Homeboy Fishing 5 yards and beat him in the 20-yard
Lies!
That's what it's all about.
Lies.
Next big game. Number 1, Ohio State 11-0 at 9-2 Michigan. Ohio State are 8.5-point favorites in Michigan. Who is in Michigan? Who you like, man?
Look, well, to me, this starts a roller coaster to the Final Four. Ohio State had a hard game against Penn State. And this is a Michigan team that somehow has put it together to save their coach. Well, Fields, this defense is not Penn State defense. It's a little bit better.
They are.
And they'll be coming for you. Like I said, Alabama, we need your revenue to come into this game. And you heard it here first. Back into the pictures. Playoffs. Michigan beats Ohio State 21-14. Right here. They got to put Alabama back in here.
That is not an impossible game here.
Right here.
But the Jefe likes Ohio State. And let me tell you why. Coach Jim Harbaugh sucks in big games. I do think that Michigan has a decent chance of pulling off the upset here. Penn State tried, but they did not follow the Chocolate Jefe's blueprint that I gave them last week. I told them, I said, listen, number 1, you got to stop running back Dobbins. They didn't do so. And number 2, you got to limit Chase Young. They didn't do so. they would have done that. They would have won the game. The Wolverines have to put the game in the hands of the freshman quarterback, Justin Fields. If you do that, that's the recipe for the upset. Justin Fields is a bad boy, but he's still a freshman. But even if they do that, Harbaugh is going to do something stupid. And he will call a dumbass play to give Ohio State additional possessions or two. The Buckeyes will take advantage of those possessions. In a close game, Ohio State gets by. Ohio State by 6. It's going to be a close. But you know what? I can see an upset here. I like Ohio State by 6. The next big game, a sneaky good game. Number 12 and 9-2, Wisconsin at number 8, 10-1, Minnesota. Minnesota, 2.5-point favorite. Yeah. Underdogs at home.
Yeah.
So who do you like?
Well, you just seen another great running back finish his career. Look, Taylor went in. He would go out on top and be ready to run into the record books after this game. Look at here. Minnesota, just try to pick a bowl in Florida where it's warm at. All right? The weather's a lot better. Look at here. Here go Taylor's stats coming into this game. 261 carries. 1,685 yards, 18 touchdowns. You know what? He's going to crack 2,000 yards, including this game, then the bowl game. He'll finish up. Run, Ricky, run. 200-yard plus game, 28-10, Wisconsin win.
Wow. Well, check this out, folks. The Jefe actually likes Minnesota this time. And let me tell you why. This has truly been the year of the Gopher. Minnesota is legit. And if not for a subpar performance against Iowa, they will be undefeated and a real playoff contender. No. They still have a slim chance of getting into the college football playoffs. They got to win here today, and they got to win in the Big Ten championship against Ohio State.
Well, how you know Ohio State going to be there?
Because they're already locked up in the East.
The East, okay.
Yeah, that's already done there.
Okay.
Today, Minnesota has one mission. Stop that man. Running back Jonathan Taylor.
I gave you the stats.
In less than 3 years at Wisconsin, he has over 5,000 yards rushing.
Repeat that.
In less than 3 years, over 5,000 yards rushing. And he's had he had 3 back-to-back games of 200 yards rushing or more. As you can see, there's no stopping Mr. Taylor, but you can't contain him. And I think that the Golden Gophers will keep the Badgers under wraps and set up their biggest game in program history against Ohio State in the Big Ten championship. Golden Gophers by 5 at home.
Oh, boy.
The next game is called the Iron Bowl.
Iron Bowl. Why do they call it Iron Bowl? Somebody need to close iron?
Okay, someone type that in because I did not know why it called it Iron Bowl.
Iron in Auburn, Alabama?
I don't know. It should call it the Cotton Bowl.
The Cotton Bowl.
Anyway,
the Field Bowl.
Number 5, 10-1, Alabama at number 15, 8-3, Auburn.
Let me get started on this.
Talk to me.
Look at here. Like I said earlier, it's not the quarterback at Alabama. It's the players around him. No matter who you put into the system, it will work. Who that sound like? Bill Belichick, New England Patriots.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Look at here. With an Ohio State loss, which is coming, like I said, that will drop them out of the top 4. Okay?
They're going to stay in the top 4.
They know they'll be back. No, Alabama will be in there without playing in the conference championship. All right? The defense is too complex for your boy, Bo.
Bo
and
time.
Way too fast. And there won't be no biscuits done on this one. Look here, 28-3 Alabama in an ugly game. Bo, you're going to get hit a lot.
Wow.
Often.
Well, folks, Homeboy Fishing has his opinion, and I happen to agree with this one this time. The Jefe likes Alabama as well. Let me tell you why. Again, shout out to Wilfred Haynes. Safe travels down the road, bruh. But this is not going to be a good game for you to look at. Let me be clear. I don't want to see Alabama backdoor their way into the college football playoffs.
They will.
Let me say that again. I don't want to see them backdoor their way into the college football playoffs.
You see it coming, don't you?
But Auburn, I do see it coming.
You see it.
But Auburn just hasn't showed up for the big games this year.
It's Bo, he young.
Their 3 losses were to LSU, big game.
Beat down.
Florida,
big
big
down.
Game. And Georgia, big game.
Beat down.
But the Tigers do have a fighting chance in this one. That chance weighs about 600 pounds.
6.
2 monster defensive linemen by the name of Derek Brown and Marlon Davis.
They were at single digits.
Derrick Brown is damn near unblockable. And he can and must be a game changer in order for Auburn to pull off the upset. However, old Nick Saban has an answer/solution to help his new starting quarterback, Matt Jones. Quick passes. Alabama will be a cloud of dust and gold on Saturday. A bunch of three-step drops, hitches, misdirection, slants to put the ball in their athletes' hands.
That's number 6, fast.
Alabama has some very fast athletes with high YACs. YACs, Y-A-C, means yards after catch. And that's going to be the difference. Once again, Auburn and Gus Malzahn fails in the big game. Close, but no prize. Bama by 3. Bama by 3. And those are big bad games of the week, but I got one more. Because it's still HBCU football time. Only one game on today. One. It's the Bayou Classic. Grambling versus Southern.
It'll be on NBC.
Exactly. The Jefe likes Southern. Let me tell you why. Until high school, I only thought there were 3 HBCUs in the nation.
You ain't lying.
South Carolina State, Grambling State, and Southern. And I found out about Grambling State and Southern by watching this football game. This game will decide the SWAC West title and a chance to play Alcorn for the SWAC championship and a date for the Celebration Bowl against the MEAC champions, North Carolina A&T. Shout out to Maya, my baby, and my wife, Donna. Grambling started a little slow this year, dropping their first 2 SWAC games against Prairie View and Alabama State, but finished strong and won their next 4 games in the SWAC. And one of those wins was against SWAC West champion Alcorn. Southern has won 3 in a row since they lost to Alcorn in late October. These 2 teams are really hot right now. This game should be won for the record books and won't be decided until the closing moments of the game.
How you know that?
Too competitive. The series is 23-22 for Grambling, but Southern will tie it up after today. Southern evens the series at 23 games apiece. On NBC, Southern by 3. I am rhyming all over the place today. On NBC, Southern by 3.
And peaches and cream.
Hey, folks, this is our last thing, and then we're going to get out of here, folks. Here's our topic of the week. If you're a true college football fan, you've been paying attention. My question is there a double standard on winning? And this is a focus on the 2018 coaching hires. I'm going to get started, and you can kind of chime in on this, okay? In 2018, there were several big-name coaching hires across college football. Some real good hires so far. Dan Mullins at Florida. He's done a good job.
He's done a good job.
Herm Edwards at Arizona State. He's done a good job. And Mario Cristobal of Oregon has done a good job. Some guys have just been okay. Jumbo Fisher.
Hey, you're in the
Texas
SEC. You don't
A&M.
win. You don't do it.
Kevin Sumlin, Arizona. Now here's some really bad, terrible hires. Chip Kelly.
He got a job.
UCLA. He still got a job, though. Scott Frost, Nebraska. He still got a job now. Willie Taggart. You're fired. He don't have a job no more.
He got what? He got a half a year.
And Jeremy Pruitt, Tennessee. Terrible right now.
Yeah, he got a job.
But right now, I'm going to focus on Scott Frost of Nebraska and Willie Taggart. Now, check this out. Both was hired for the 2018 season and 2019. In 2018, Florida State went 5-7. Nebraska went 4-8. In 2019, Florida State's record is 6-5 right now, and Nebraska's record is 5-7. In less than 2 years, Taggart was terminated, was fired from Florida State. And Scott Frost got an extension until 2026? Huh? Why did Taggart get fired and Frost get an extension? So is there a double standard on winning, man? Talk to me. Because Florida State's had a better record each of the years. Taggart gets fired, and Nebraska doesn't. Don't talk to me about football programs, because both have rich tradition in football programs, and they both want to win. So talk to me. What's going on?
In life, it's competition every day. When you go to your job, you got to show and prove every day. When you get stopped by the police, you got to show and prove every day. Listen here, y'all. Homeboy Fishing don't say too much about this, but that's a double standard in everything we do in life. First of all, me as being a man of color, and Jefe, if you can see.
Chocolate.
We endure different things every day. So everything we do in life, we must do 2 times better than our peers in order to succeed. If we don't and stay the mediocre route, we will never succeed. The eye is always on us. Someone's always pointing at us. Someone is always looking at us, no matter for what. So us as men must teach our young people of color, when you out there doing what you're doing, you need to do the best whatever you're doing. If you at McDonald's, at the restaurant, always with a smile. If you bagging someone groceries, start at a you. Because in life, it's going to be like that. They made it double standards. You know when they made it double standards? You don't know when, do you? When they abolished slavery. We get treated one way, they get treated another way. Yes, it's slowly turning, but still we got a long way to go. And if you don't think it's a double standard out there in life, you know what? You may be part of the problem.
Well, I just recently saw the movie Queen and Slim, and that statement resonates. Go see the movie, support your black movies. But hey, like I said, I just read you the records. I just read you the story between those two coaches. And you know, Homeboy Fishing hit on the head. You know, we're not. We don't have any bias towards anyone because we are, you know, multiracial people. We are not 100% African American, not 100% Puerto Rican. We're mixed, and so we don't have, you know, biases towards, you know, colors. Because I've met a lot of really cool, you know, white people. I met a lot of really butthole black people.
Correct.
So it really doesn't matter. But when it comes to winning and losing and paying out money, these coaches, there is a double standard.
It's like that in jobs.
They get a longer trial period to screw up. We don't have as much with that. So just keep that in mind. I just wanted to kind of point out that the 2018 coaching hires, it's some double standard things going out there. Willie Taggart will find another job. He will coach again. But Scott Frost has performed below average and below Willie Taggart for the same number of years, and he received an extension.
But that's in what's it called too. That's way out in the middle of Nebraska.
I know you can say that too, but you know, I'm not gonna get into the reasons why, but all of that makes a difference. But folks, that is our show. Hopefully you guys enjoyed Thanksgiving. Hopefully you guys had an opportunity to spend some time with some part of the family. And hopefully you guys that are still on the road have safe travels back home. Today is rivalry week in college football. Tomorrow is some great NFL football games. And it is what it is. The Jefe is out.
Look here. Football with the diving fishing, homeboy fishing, chocolate Jefe. Shows not to be duplicated or replicated. Look at here. We don't make the music. We just play the music. This right here goes out to my Dorman Cavaliers. Get him, Dorman. Get him, DHS.
All right, folks. Peace, love. Deuces. Let's get out of here. Air guitar.